hate when this happens.
Considering on how much little I know about Subarus.
What?
Oh, no. Money now. Hey. Nice. Dipstick. What's going on? In this video, we are going to be doing some work on this rust-free 2004 Subaru Forester. Unfortunately, we're pulling the engine out of it and going to be selling the chassis most likely. Let's just get right into it. All right, we got a car getting delivered here in a minute. It is a Forester, which we don't usually get those, but good enough deal and has some good parts on it. Don't you think, buddy? Just waiting. Look at that. Very nice. All right, getting this thing brings me back. I love Foresters. I used to have an STI swapped one, and I also currently have a Forester that's been gone for 3 years. A nice clean shell like this one. I brought it to a paint shop, and we will leave them unnamed as of now. But he's had my Forester for 3 years, and it's not done. And basically, at this point, I'm not really sure if I'm getting it back, but we'll see. So we're gonna go over this thing real quick. Hey, get out of there. You need to stop eating kitty food. You're being a little stinker today. We got some Method wheels, 5x100. We've got some swift lowering springs on factory suspension, I believe. We've got the perfect OE rear wing. It looks like kind of a rep because it doesn't look like it fits the best, but that's okay. This car is a factory 5-speed, and it's got a blown 5-speed currently. That's at least what we think is wrong with it. Navigation dash top pod. We got an access port. This car has 265,000 miles, but if you look at the rear quarters, man, oh man, is it clean. Engine wise, it's got an IAG, I think stage 1 engine back when they were in stages. Now they're like an IAG 550 short block. I'm guessing stock cylinder heads. It's got TGV deletes. It's got a fuel system. I'm not sure. Can't see what rails they are. Oh, I think they're Deutschwerks rails, if that's how you say it. Deutschwerks injectors. Bigger top mount. I don't know if it's actually a pair-in or not. We got a boost controller, Nishimoto radiator, pair-in inlet, Cobb intake, Cobb turbo. We do have the bigger JDM hood scoop, which looks really nice. Let's raise this thing up. This is really, really good compared to most of this year in Michigan cars. Not much rust at all. We got a horribly dented NVIDIA exhaust, which I didn't know about, unfortunately, but it should be an NVIDIA G200. Got a hitch on it. Cobb rear sway bar. That's a honking sway bar. Holy smokes. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with the 5-speed, but I'm sure we'll find out once we drain the fluid. What are you chewing on? Looks like we got some oil leaks for sure. Got the skis on there. They're nice and clean. I don't know. I'm gonna have to dig into it a little bit, but that is. Oh no. Let's go outside and pee. Not in the barn. Dipstick. That's disgusting. That is nasty. Move on with life. Dude is over there hunting a bird, but I don't think he's gonna get it. No, too slow. You're gonna get swatted if you go over there. Hey. Hey. All right, I'm gonna fire this thing up. Let's see what the noise sounds like, see if it changes, if I'm in different gears, whether the clutch is in or out. Just kind of see if we can figure out what's making the noise. I believe I know what the problem is already. So here's what I believe I have found already. So First gear. Everything moves. It does make noise below, but now if we go into second, I'm in second gear right now, and the clutch is all the way out. I don't think we have a second gear anymore, because if I go into third, this is third gear, and it makes noise below. If we go back into second, the engine sounds good, but from what I can tell, we have a blown up second gear. What do you think, Dipstick? Is second gear gone? Don't know what I want to do with this car. If I can find a 5-speed, I might throw it in here, but they're not easy to find and they're expensive. Now, here's the thought is to keep it for myself. I love the idea. I have too many cars, and I've got 3 cars that 2 cars right now I intermittently drive. I've got my truck. I've got the yellow hatchback that we're doing a build on here soon. And when my wife's got her car, maybe she should have this thing. But she doesn't like these things to drive around to work, so I don't know. It's so clean. I'm gonna have a really hard time parting it out. I kind of don't think I'm going to. Let me look around and see if I can find a 5-speed. But I'm almost certain that its second gear's gone. Or we could put a 6-speed in it, which is the other thought. But again, that's cost some money now. Let me sit down and look at some stuff. So me thinking second gear is blowing onto this thing, I went and asked the customer. And I asked him what he thinks the issue might have been. He said he was in second, casually leaving a red light, and it let go. And so that is confirmation of my suspicion as well. Now I just got to decide what to do. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to compression test it, and I might pull the filter, and then we're going to go from there and make a decision, or push it off to the side and make a decision later. This engine is completely cold. I should be doing it a little bit warm, but it's completely cold. So let's see, I'm gonna probably expect, if we get above 120, that's a good number, or that's a decent number if it's above 120. That starter sounds a little tired. Not great. Let's try this again. Wish that starter was turning over faster, but we're about 115, which isn't great. All right, cylinder 4. $120 on the dot. How slow this thing is cranking over, I'm not really upset with these numbers. I'd love them to be a little bit higher, but as long as they're all close, especially with a cold forged engine. Cylinder number 1. $125. Cylinder number 3. $130. I'm gonna redo this cylinder over here and see if we get a different reading, because it was turning over slower before. Testing cylinder number 2 again. That was our lowest one, and it was the first one we did, so we're gonna try this again. $115. Okay, so it's still $115.
Yeah, not quite as bad as mine, but it is pretty bad. Sounds terrible.
Dippy? What are you doing? So with this Forester, I have a lot of different thoughts going through my brain on what to do with it. Clutch slips really badly, which isn't a big deal because it needs to be replaced anyways when the transmission comes out. But this thing smokes on startup, which could be a couple different things, which is what we're gonna check. But let's start it up and take a look first at the smoke. Come on, dead battery, really? See, now it's not really smoking. I hate when this happens. You can see it looks a little bluish. It's not smoking like it was before, but basically what I'm gonna do, try and explain as I'm driving, could be the valve seals, could be just getting by the piston rings and burning, could be the turbo. I'm gonna pull probably the exhaust manifold and then possibly the downpipe. If I pull the exhaust manifold, I can see if it's leaking out of the exhaust valve seals, essentially. If I pull the downpipe, I can see if the turbo is wet in the back there. So I'm gonna do a little bit further diagnosis because I kind of decided I want to 6-speed swap this thing, but not if the engine's smoking. Let's get it in here and take another peek at it.
Good boy, little Dip. I know it's cold. Good boy. What's your bone? Good boy, Dippy. Good boy.
Dude was just gone for almost 2 days and then just randomly showed up again, which is very unlike him. So he had us a little worried. Right, dude? Usually you're all around. You can't go without your food for very long, can you, buddy? No. Dippy, he doesn't want to play with you. Okay? He's relaxing. You look so big. You look like a huge doggy right here, buddy. Tough life not to be able to harass the cat and eat the cat food, isn't it, buddy? No. Dippy, go lay down. You don't need to harass the cat. Already unplugged the O2 sensor up top, so we're good to go there. You can already see on one of them that it looks like a valve stem seal. It's hard for it to make sense with a car that's $6,000 that needs the engine pulled to make sense financially. So right here, you can see that wet mark. It comes right from the exhaust valve. A little bit on this side too. These ones don't appear to be as bad. Not sure if it's worth it to pull the downpipe or not. Those bolts look awful. I'm probably gonna spray those down and then decide. All right, I have made the executive decision. Due to oil leaks, due to smoking, and obviously the blown transmission, that this car does not make sense for me to fix. So I will be not parting out the entire thing, but I'm gonna be pulling the engine, the exhaust, the wheels, and put some different wheels on it, and I'm gonna sell the fuel system, the turbo, the intercooler, that sort of stuff. But I'm gonna leave this rolling because it's a rust-free chassis, and I know somebody will want it for sure. Maybe you should just buy it and put a 6-speed in it.
Almost knocked the camera over.
That's all. That's what you forgot.
Nuts.
Dippy, come here. Dippy, what's going on, buddy? What's going on? No. It's gonna go straight to the cats.
Dang, look at that. First downpipe. Dippy, what you doing, bud? Come here. There you go, Dip. Now you're untangled.
Considering on how much little I know about Subarus,
What?
it should not look like that. What's going for you, bud?
Here lies the Forester after tear down. Not really much of a tear down, just the engine that came out. And actually, just today, somebody put a deposit down on this thing and is picking it up Friday. But I think that's gonna be it for this video. Next one is either some Wu-Tang STI projects, or I think we might pop an engine into that one. Yeah, we got some options. Blue car leaves on Friday or this weekend. And obviously we got some other ones to work on as well. Ooh.
It's electric.
How do you know?
Look right here.